مرحى يا شهر الإيمان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان. هل هلالك يا رمضان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان.
Oh my! Subhanallah, Ya Rab, truly you are amazing. Oh, Assalamu alaikum and welcome my explorer friends. I'm Ibn Haytham and this is my marvelous telescope. It's special because it goes back in time and can visit any place you can think of. I sit here night after night admiring Allah's creation. Come, let's take a look and see. It's something that all of us use every day. It's the computer. Can you believe that way back in the 1940s, Thomas Watson, the boss of a big computer company called IBM, said that computers wouldn't be popular and that only 5 would be needed. How wrong was he? There are over 1 billion computers in use all over the world, and they are getting better all the time. What kind of computer do you have at home? So what is a computer? A computer is an electronic machine that processes information. In other words, an information processor. It takes in fresh information or data at one end, stores it until it's ready to work on it, then chews and crunches it for a bit, and then spits the results out at the other end. All these processes have a name. Taking in information is called input. Storing information is better known as memory or storage. Chewing information is known as processing, and spitting out results is called output. How interesting all these names are. But this doesn't look very interesting, does it? Well, without it, your computer would be absolutely useless, because this is the hard drive where all your documents and files are stored. It's like a huge magnetic memory, if you will. Your computer's processor, which is known as the brain of your computer, is a microchip buried deep inside. It works amazingly hard and gets incredibly hot in the process. That's why your computer has a little fan blowing away. That's to stop its brain from overheating. I think I need one of those. You could say that a computer and a calculator are the same, but the main difference is that a computer can work out problems all by itself. Pretty cool, huh? And kind of clever too, but only as clever as the person who programmed the program for a computer. That's right. Someone designs the computer program, which is a set of instructions that tell a computer to do something. You've probably used a computer program today, like Microsoft Word or even Excel if you're using a spreadsheet. Do you know what I love about computers? 1 minute you can be typing a letter, 5 minutes later you're printing out a label for an envelope or even a colour photograph. Simply amazing, isn't it? A computer can be reprogrammed as many times as you like. This is why programs are also called softwares. They're soft in the sense that they are not fixed. That means they can easily be changed. On the other hand, a computer's hardware, the bits and pieces from which it is made, is pretty much fixed when you buy it off the shelf. The hardware is what makes your computer powerful. Being able to use different softwares at the same time is what makes computers so important. A computer can do so many different jobs, which is what makes them so useful. And that's why millions of us can no longer live without them. Subhanallah. I wouldn't want to give up my computer. No way. All my precious and hard work is on there. Okay, well maybe my games too, but you get the point. I wonder, what's your favorite device? You know, technology keeps getting better all the time. I wonder what the next invention is going to be. Subhanallah, people are so smart. Subhanallah, computers are cool. Allah created the gorgeous world and everything in it. It's been said that it's impossible to see the whole world in our lifetime, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't try. I'm going to search for more and more of Allah's wonderful creations within this universe. Until next time, my explorer friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Truly amazing.
Hello my friends, how are you? Welcome to the Science Show. My name is Professor Proton and today we will be doing science experiment. Okay, so today we have, this is a beaker and we have some water and two straws. One is red and the other one is also red. Okay, very good. So first what I will do, I will pour the water into the beaker. Okay, Bismillah, let's go, 1, 2, 3. Okay, very good, very good. So I have two straws. Here we have, this is your mind and this is your body. Okay, this is representative, your mind, your body, but they really are straws. Okay, but imagine your mind and your body. Okay, so what will happen if I put the body inside and the mind outside? Will I be able to drink it properly? Let's try. There's no water coming in, only air. No, I'm thirsty, I want water. So now what I will do, I will put the mind inside and I will drink now. Too much water, very good, very nice. Water is very healthy. Okay, now my friends, I want you to use your brain, you know, inside your head if you have one, and think about what does this actually mean. So maybe the water is your prayers, and when you enter your prayer you're saying, you know, you're going up, down, doing many actions like exercise. But is your mind in your salah? Because when your mind is outside, nothing is coming inside. But when you put your mind in the salah, then you know there's too much water. It tastes very good. Yes, very good. Water is so nice. I like water. My friends, listen closely. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that Allah does not accept the prayer of a servant whose heart is not present alongside his body. So I want you to think, how can this be possible? How can you focus in your salah? How can it be your mind is present, your heart is present? It's very difficult. But you tell me, you think about it. Maybe one suggestion is think about why you are praying. Why is it that we are saying what we are saying in Arabic? I don't speak Arabic, but I have to understand what we are saying to Allah. And what is this salah that we are doing? What is it actually doing? Maybe when you're doing the wudu, maybe think about that you're cleaning yourself spiritually, huh? And the benefits of salah. So it is very important. Also, my friends, think about the action. For example, when we start with Takbiratul Ihram. Okay, so we put our hands up like this. Like, you know, when police comes, he says hands up, you say hands up. Okay, we surrender. Yes, my friends, we are surrendering ourselves to Allah the Almighty. So we're saying we are worth nothing and we give our life, the whole life, for you, Allah. Saying Allahu Akbar, this is how we start, okay? Like, I live my life for you, I love you. Yes. Maybe we should actually understand and read the translation of what we recite. So for example, we recite Surah Al-Fatiha. And which other surah do we recite? That's right, Surah Ikhlas. And even in our first rakat, we can choose. Allah lets us do pick and mix. Like we can pick which surah we like and recite it. Yes, so maybe we should start by learning the translation. Imam Jafar al-Sadiq has said, whoever performs a 2-unit of prayer, fully knowing what he's saying in it, gets up with it with not a single sin left unforgiven between him and Allah. So when you pray and you know what you're saying, so for example, you know the understanding of the surahs and the actions, you know, then all your sins are forgiven, mashallah. So don't forget, my friends, you have to have your mind and your body present in your salah. Okay, that is it for me, Professor Proto. We'll see you later. Bye bye. This is a full moon. This is a half moon. And that's an eclipse. So welcome to Captain News. Have I got news for you? If you ever wanted to see the stars, you might do the sensible thing and take a real spaceship into space and not a can of Coke. That's what one bar of chocolate tried to do when it attached itself to a can of fizzy drink and pulled off the tab in the hope that the fizz from the can would propel him into outer space. The silly bar of chocolate didn't even realize that the view of space he had been staring at was simply a photo in a frame. Next time, try looking out of the window instead. In other news this week, Danny the donut had to be rescued by firefighters and treated for extensive injuries after getting stuck in cookie dough. The cookie dough was about to go into the oven when Danny laid his eyes on it and dived in like it was a swimming pool. Of course, this led to a sticky situation, quite literally. Luckily, some of the leftover chocolate chips saw what had happened and called the local emergency services to come to Danny's rescue. Danny is now in hospital recovering from his injuries. Our du'as are with you. A report has just come in of a vacuum cleaner attempting to suck up everything in its path. If it was in its way, that's it. Within a few seconds, it was gone. Desperate cries of help could be heard from the vacuum cylinder as they tried their hardest to make a hole so they could escape. Socks, paper clips, breadcrumbs, and a precious ring had all been sucked up by the vacuum cleaner. It seemed there was no stopping it. However, there was one eyewitness, Paul the plug socket, and this is what he said.
So, there I was, attached to the wall, minding my own business, when I saw Victor going mad and zooming around in the living room, eating everything that was in its way. That's when I knew I had to do something, and fast. So I flicked the switch, and that was it. Victor was going nowhere. But you should have seen the mess he left behind. It was really bad.
Victor, the vacuum, is now in police custody and will appear at the Safeeries High Court in early February. Let's hope that the judge brings back justice. A tub of margarine was attempting to cross the kitchen sink with a fish finger as its passenger. Much to its surprise and dismay, a pair of salad scissors started following them with only one intention: to catch the fish finger for its dinner. Luckily, there were some sardines sitting on the side of the sink who dived into the water and helped the tub of margarine and his passenger to safety. Thank goodness they know how to swim. After all, they are fishes. And that's a wrap. Thanks for joining us on Captain News. Back to you, Muhammad Ali, over in the studio.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. Hey, what are you doing, old man?
Huh? Oh, nothing. I was just calling out the adhan so that the fishes could begin their daily prayers.
Fish? Pray? Oh, Bahlul, it's people who pray, not fish.
The daily prayers? Really? It's been several days that we've been at sea. How come people here are missing their prayers?
That night,
We're all sinking! Master! Master! Did I warn you not to take the rickety little ship? Oh, I'm suffocating! I think I'm going to black out!
Quiet, boy. This ship is fine.
Did you hear that? I think the ship's mast is broke!
Silence, boy. There's nothing wrong with this ship. What's the matter with you? Why can't you see that everything is fine?
I can make him see that. All I need is a very, very long rope. So what do you think?
Let me go, you crazy old man! Get me off this stupid ship!
Bahlul, this is not helping.
But this will.
No!
Help!
Quick, pull that boy out.
later back on the ship.
Bahlul, can I ask you something? What was that all about?
How's the boy now? Is he not calm? His quietness is a reflection of his gratitude towards the comfort offered by this ship. The boy didn't know the value the ship held. It was only when he was thrown into the sea that he understood how comfortable and safe this ship was.
Most of us belong to the very fortunate group of people who have been blessed with so much. Our parents, brothers, sisters, friends, home, healthy food, and so much more. But sometimes our lives are so busy that we forget to thank Allah for giving us what we need and more. If we can truly adopt an attitude of gratitude, be grateful to Allah, and share what we have with others, we would certainly lead happier and healthier lives. So let's think about what we have and count our blessings.
Assalamu alaikum children, and welcome to another fantastic episode of Pip and Friends. Hello Pip, Assalamu alaikum.
What are you doing?
I'm holding your hand.
No, I haven't got time for this.
But Pip, we're
No!
the best of friends, Pip.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since forever, since we first started,
First started what?
you know, talking to the children at home.
We're talking to cameras.
No, there are
Oh,
children.
I'm not in the mood today.
What happened?
What do you mean, what happened?
Why are you upset?
Why am I not?
Well, it just seems that something's upsetting you, and it's
No,
like,
nothing's upsetting me, Lena.
then why? Then just talk to me,
Oh, I am
Pip.
talking to you.
No, but tell me what's wrong.
Okay,
Tell me what
personal
happened.
Space, personal space.
Personal space. Pip's very big on personal space and making sure that no one, you know, touches him too much.
No, you don't understand. I'm really upset.
What happened?
You don't even want to know.
I do.
you
Sorry. Okay. Let me say that again. Pip, what happened?
That sarcasm I smell.
I genuinely want to know what happened.
The only thing genuine about that sentence was the word genuine.
Well, I'm being really honest with you, Pip. We've been great friends. Look, if Penny was here and Uncle and Rafiki was here,
Who's Rafiki?
Rafiki, you know, Rafiq.
You need to stop calling him Rafiki, and you need to stop calling me Pips. That's my younger
Okay,
cousin.
all right. Well, Pip, tell me what's happened. I know it's something to do with Franny the flipper fish.
Who's that?
Well, didn't she?
No, you're not supposed to say anything.
Look, I'll whisper it to the children.
No, I'm going to tell the children.
Okay.
But before that, I have to show them what Franny the flipper fish looks like.
What does she look like?
Okay, here's a pen. Oh.
Fell.
Yeah, but I'm going to make a really horrible drawing. I'll be back.
Oh.
Making a horrible drawing. Because Franny the flipper fish is a horrible person. You know what happened?
No.
Go on. You already know.
Oh, yes. Actually, now that you've reminded me, she drew a picture of you.
Yes, I'm going to draw one much better.
And it basically had nothing on the page because she said that you're a big furry ball of nothingness. Like you don't even exist.
It's true, she said I'm a big ball of nothingness. She said that I have no fur and that I'm such a boring person. And do you know what I said? I said, do you know what, Franny? You've drawn that photo of me, yeah? Franny the flipper flipper fish. Do you know what I'm going to do?
I'm a bit upset for you, actually.
Oh no, not the fake crying again. Here we go. Go on, do it. Okay then. Anyway, Franny the flipper fish, I was like, that's it, I've had enough. I'm leaving. And tomorrow at school, I'm going to make a big, horrible drawing of Franny the flipper fish. Going to draw all of her 4 eyes and different parts of her body, including her hands and her feet. And she's so big. Oh, she's so horrible. And I don't like her.
Well, Pip, you know, there is a better way of dealing with Franny the flipper fish.
Yeah, oh, you're right. I should make
No.
a big pot of monster jelly and stick her into it.
No. There is a way of sort of making sure that you can control your anger if someone has been rude to you. For example, the children at home, maybe they've also been through something like this when someone's been horrible to them. In fact, Pip, I have a story for you.
Really?
Yes, and it's a really good story. The story is called The Rude Bedouin. Now, children at home...
Bedouin?
Yeah, that doesn't mean...
Beds can't be rude.
No. It doesn't mean that it's a person in a bed. A Bedouin is someone who lives in the deserts of Arabia, and they live in tents, and they have camels, and they tend to move around a lot. They don't live in cities like we do here in London. They move about all over the place. Anyway, this story of the Bedouin is really actually quite interesting, and it might teach you a lesson or two. It certainly helped me. Upon a time when Rasulullah was in the city of Medina, there was Rasulullah, our prophet.
I love reciting salawat.
So this Bedouin, he came to the masjid in Medina to speak to the prophet, and he needed something. So the prophet gave him a little something. But was he happy? No, he wasn't. Instead, you wouldn't believe this, but he started shouting and sort of almost like cursing the prophet.
What?
I know, why would you do something like that? And of course, Rasulullah was surrounded by all of his friends and his companions, and they were very, very unhappy.
I bet they were really angry.
Of course.
Some of my friends were really angry the way that, what's her name? Franny the flipper fish dealt with me.
But I'd be upset too, because imagine you love the prophet so much, and then someone, a complete stranger, someone just kind of off the streets, or in this case off the desert, comes in, you give them something, they're not grateful, and they start complaining and shouting at you.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Where was his akhlaq? Where were his manners?
What?
Akhlaq.
What is that? Oh, good manners.
Good manners and good character.
Yeah, the prophet came to teach us akhlaq.
And he does, and he did, because what he did, the prophet took the Bedouin and gave him some of his time and took him home, and he gave him gold and some silver. And when the Bedouin was in the prophet's house, he thought to himself, this doesn't look like, the house of a leader. It wasn't all glittery and gold and like with special stuff and like statues and ornaments. It was a really simple house. And the Bedouin couldn't quite, understand why the prophet, the leader of all mankind, the most beloved to Allah, would live in such a simple way.
Yeah.
But maybe the prophet was trying to teach us something.
What was that then?
To live a simple life and to be happy with what you have, and to give from the little that you have, because Rasulullah didn't really have much, but whatever he did had, he would help. The Bedouin was really, really upset and ashamed with himself.
Yeah, I bet he was.
And you know what? He was more than happy with what he received from the Prophet. He thanked him. And the Prophet said to him, look, you were really, really horrible to me yesterday. And my companions and my friends, they didn't like the way you spoke to me, and I'm worried that they might hurt you if you carried on with that kind of behaviour. Can you please show your gratefulness to me in front of them so that they don't hurt you? And the Bedouin said, of course I will. And he said to the Prophet, thank you so much for everything that you've done. And Rasulullah turned around and said to his companions, these stories from these types of people are like that of the man whose camel was running away from him. With the thought they could help the owner, people were running after the camel, and the camel was frightened and ran faster, and the owner called on the people, please leave my camel alone. I know better how to calm it. When the people stopped chasing the camel, the owner followed it calmly with a fistful of grass, and without the need for running or yelling, he showed the grass to it, and the camel was able to come back. And in the same way, Rasulullah, instead of shouting at the Bedouin, Pip, what did he do? You retell the story in your own words so that the children can understand. What did you learn from that story?
Well, Rasulullah responded to him with kindness. And then if anything, the Bedouin felt bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I would feel bad.
I know.
I mean, and then you'd think, oh, well, that's so petty of me.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why Rasulullah, helped the Bedouin. In a way, Rasulullah was, if Rasulullah had done what the Bedouin done to him, then there would have been two wrongs. But Rasulullah was always right.
You've made a very good point, and I can see that you've understood the story. That's right. If Rasulullah had really shouted and, responded badly to the Bedouin would have got more angry, then Rasulullah would have got angry, and then it just would have turned into a big, big fight. But instead, Rasulullah was like, okay, calm down. We will get to the bottom of this situation. And he did. So it's much better to forgive, and it's much, much, much better to be part of a brotherhood and to remember how we treat one another. Remember at the beginning
But
when
Franny's a girl, so how can I be a brotherhood with her?
but you are still part of one school and one community, and she is a member of the community, and maybe you can, instead of drawing a picture of her that, because she drew a picture of you, maybe you can say to Franny, you know what, Franny, you really hurt my feelings. Is that what you wanted to do? And it works really well, because when you put somebody on the spot like that, they go, maybe not, and they don't know how to respond.
But I think that's such a boring way of dealing with it. Surely I should respond with more something violent.
Violent? No.
Like a horrible drawing, at least.
No, Pip. That's not what Rasulullah would like. Imagine if he was here right now, listening to what you were saying.
Oh, you're right. So do you think I should ask Franny why she drew that of me?
Yeah, maybe. Have you ever upset her? Because I know that you can pick on people sometimes, Pip.
I don't know.
I think you do.
Maybe I should take her a chocolate bar or something.
That would be very nice. And you never know, Franny the flipper fish may even become good friends.
Yeah, that could be a possibility,
Absolutely.
What do you think, children? Do you think I should draw a horrible painting?
No.
You
No.
don't? What shall I do?
Well, if I was a child, a really little girl, I would maybe give her a chocolate bar or a piece of fruit, which is more healthy. And then I'd say, come on, let's hang out and do something fun together. Just like the way we hang out.
You know what? I'll give that a go.
No problem. See you next time, children. Ma salam.
Assalamu alaikum, dear children, and welcome to Super Sheikhs. I'm Big Sheikh Hassan.
And I'm Little Sheikh Hussein.
Thank you for sending this brilliant question.
Dear Super Sheikh, Why doesn't my parents love me after my baby sister was born?
Super Sheikh Hussein, do you want to answer this one?
Your parents, they do love you, but your baby sister, she needs a lot of care.
Exactly. Your parents need to spend a lot of time with your baby sister because she's a newborn.
Yeah.
She needs to get her diapers clean.
Yep.
What else? She needs to get her clothing clean. She needs to feed the whole time. She needs a lot of playtime with her parents.
Yeah.
Right? So they need to spend time with her. Of course, they love you. Right?
You can spend time with your baby sister as well.
Exactly. You can spend time with your baby sister as well because I'm sure you love her. She's your sister.
Yeah.
All right. So your parents love you regardless because you're their child, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. If you have a little sister who's a newborn, of course she needs a lot of time.
Yeah.
But your parents still love you as much as they did, if not more, because they know that you are being patient.
Yeah.
And being patient is one of the best things you can do as a Muslim and as a human being in general.
Yeah.
Right? Because being patient is one of the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves.
He loves it so much.
Exactly. All of the scholars say that Allah ma'a as-sabirin. God is with those who is patient. Right?
Yeah.
So if you keep on waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, that's very good.
Yep.
But some things you don't need to wait as long for, right?
Yeah.
So if your parents are spending a lot of time with your sister, but no time at all with you, do let your parents know. I'm sure they will appreciate you telling them.
Yeah.
Right? Like tell your parents, Mummy, Daddy, can you play with me? I'm bored. Like that.
What about you ask them that if they can play with you and your sister.
Exactly. Both of you together. You and your sister play with each other, but your parents play with you too as well.
Yeah.
So it's like a family activity.
Yeah.
Like a family fun.
Like family fair.
Yeah, family fair fun. How would that be?
Yeah.
Exactly. So, thank you for watching. What did we learn about so far?
We learnt about your parents. They do love you, but your sister is a newborn.
Yes, she needs a bit more time than you just for now, right?
Yeah.
And that you being patient the whole time is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves.
Yeah.
Right? And He's with you. He'll be supporting you along the way, right?
Yeah.
So, thank you for sending this brilliant question, and thank you for watching. If you have any other question, do send them in. And ma'a salama.
Yummy. Would you like some? Strawberries are my favourite, just like the bear in today's story. Little Bear's Big Adventure, written by Julia Hubery and illustrated by Jill Guile. What shall we do today, Little Bear? Asked Mother Bear. Little Bear peeked out of their shady cave at the hot sun. Can we stay here, where it's lovely and cool? He asked. If we do that, we will have nothing to eat, said Mother Bear. But I have an idea. Shall we go somewhere as cool as a cave, where there's lots of food we can catch and pick? Little Bear jumped up and down. Where is it? What will we catch? What will we pick? He asked. It's a surprise, laughed Mother Bear. But here's a clue. What is your favourite pudding? Little Bear shouted, strawberries! Yum, let's go! At first, Little Bear skipped along happily, but as the day grew hotter, he grew tired and grumpy. This isn't very cool, complained Little Bear as Mother Bear stopped on a high rocky ledge in the sun. Hush, come and look. Here's your surprise, said Mother Bear. Little Bear climbed up beside her and looked down. Shining out of the forest like a silver moon in a deep green sky was a beautiful, cool pool. Hooray! Yelled Little Bear. They followed a stream which bubbled from the rocks, splashing into rainbows as it tumbled down, down, down and into the pool. The water was icy fresh and delicious, and Little Bear loved it. First we'll have a little rest, said Mother Bear. Then I'll teach you to fish, and we'll pick our strawberries, and soon we'll have a perfect picnic, shouted Little Bear. Little Bear snuggled up with Mother Bear in the mossy shade, but he was too excited to nap. I will surprise Mummy, he thought. I'll make the perfect picnic myself. Strawberries first, he said, for he knew the little nooks where wild strawberries loved to grow. When he had enough for 2 hungry bears, he arranged them carefully on a leaf. Now I must catch fish, said Little Bear. Little Bear stretched his paw down into the stream, and as he did, he saw a reflection in the water. Something huge and dark and hungry was reaching out to grab him. Little Bear lost his balance and toppled into the pool. Down, down, down he sank. The huge dark creature jumped in after him. Splash! Little Bear struggled to escape, but strong, hairy arms grabbed him, caught him, held him tight and pulled him from the pool. Little Bear wriggled free and saw, Mother Bear! Mummy, he cried. Where's the big, hairy, scary thing that grabbed me? I am the big, hairy, scary thing, she laughed. I only wanted to make you a wake-up surprise, said Little Bear. That was a kind idea, smiled Mother Bear. But surprises are tricky. You must be careful or nasty surprises get mixed up with the nice ones. Mother Bear gave him a big, soggy hug and found there was one more surprise for them both. Oh, I love a good adventure, and my favourite part was all the tasty strawberries. See you next time.
مرحى يا شهر الإيمان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان، هل هلالك يا رمضان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان.